what's more dangerous though, to believe in something or believe in nothing? You asked this. What's more dangerous at that? If we saying this about the left and the right, what does that say about us? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking y'all because I don't know. I'm at a place right now where I'm like, yo, niggas is so far out there, and to want to have to settle for a lesser of evil, it just don't sit right. So am I causing more harm? Am I is that more dangerous to not pick a side?
All right, so let me just give you insight on like where my brain was when this came up. So I'm thinking, and it's like people are so into believe, like you have to like believing in something, right? So you would think that somebody that believes in something would be like the one that is the route that everybody wants to take, right? But if you think about it, the people that believe in something are, I would say, are super dangerous because like you can literally the belief in something can drive an entire group of people to do something that is terrible out of just the belief. And then the belief in nothing, like someone that doesn't believe in shit, is the one that people kind of go against or whatever. But that's an individual
Yeah.
that doesn't really carry. Um, it doesn't really carry folks over. Like it doesn't like multiply.
Yeah.
In my thoughts, I don't know. Maybe it's different. But I was thinking of that from. What was I thinking of that from? Because I fucking lost it. Shit. Go. You sound like you had something, Lex. No? Okay. My bad.
No, you bodying it right now because the when you especially when you frame it as being an individual, like because the KKK are killing in the name of like feeling like they're the superior people and
That's where I was going. It's religious.
terrorists and ISIS and all this shit. The name of what they're killing. You know what I'm saying? Not and some of them believe that. You know, and you're right when you say
My bad? Isn't that the driving the I'm just thinking of like the driving force for it. So like being able to pinpoint like religious acts um, uh, and be able to point that in a direction to me just feels super dangerous.
uh, Kevin put me on the power of the myth, and this this uh this 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 I don't know, I don't even know what Brez's name is. I gotta find it. But he's dedicated his whole life to theory and studying religion, like going to be immersed in the cultures of religion. And then what we've always said is like, yo, all of these stories are exactly the same, just the name of the main character is flipped. And then all of the stories within inside this larger story are all metaphors about just tapping into a higher conscious of self. And it's so funny, like the burn the burning bush, David and Goliath, like the like beautiful metaphors. Like this is not the shit on the Bible, and like these are beautiful metaphors we talk about, but metaphors nonetheless that 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 promote and advocate for really tapping in and doing the work. Like again, ownership of self. We right back to where we started at. And for people to displace that displace that responsibility in that ownership on something or someone else is again where I get confused. It's like, wait, what's happening here? That was always, I mean, mommy. That's why I fuck with my mom so tough. Like we had these conversations at length, and I was just talking about why church was so confusing for me up until the point she found a revival center. And that's hella funny. My uncle calls like, yo, I seen you at church this morning. It's like, I don't promote it. I go for myself. I tap in for myself. Like I really appreciate the conversation that group of men have and how they talk. They speak candidly. It's not they're not removing themselves from the ownership of doing their work. Um, and I love that part. I appreciate that part so much. But that's not how everyone's giving it up. But my mother allowing me to tap into my individuality allowed for me to go experience all these other things, denounce faith at one point. I'm so ashamed to admit it, but that's exactly where I was at one point. To denounce it, only to have my ass handed to me and end up right back where I started at, where my mother tried to put me in the first place, but didn't force me to stay there. I had to go figure that out for myself. You know what I'm saying? And so to believe in something or believe in nothing, what's more dangerous? And it's such a powerful tool. Faith is powerful in the right hands. It's dangerous in the wrong hands. Meditation is powerful in the right hands. Breathing techniques, amazing in like when you need them for real, like when you feel yourself being overwhelmed and when you know how to breathe properly, you know how to quiet your mind, bro.
So important.
That power feels like nothing else,
bro. So important, man. The breathing exercises are amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, from someone who has had panic attacks, bro, like that shit is like amazing to have. And then also someone who has had like I used to have like bad teeth grinding, right? Like to the point where you gotta like wear a mouthpiece and stuff like that. But like, and I still hear like people have those type of issues or whatever. Like it's a common thing that people tend to have. But what I found out from my particular situation was that it was built off of stress. Like I didn't realize how stressed I was as a kid. Like I had zero clue until later on that the entire time that I'll be grinding my teeth at night was literally because I had so many different things that were on my mind that just constantly was on repeat that I wasn't actually dealing with. That I would when the lights went off, basically. So when I went to sleep, I would have these crazy dreams that I can't remember that would make it so tense that my jaw would be tense, and that's where the grinding part would come from. Like I'd have dreams of like fucking grinding and like waking up and my entire mouth was just to the gums. I've had that dream so many times as a kid. Is nuts. Wow. And then like later on when I was dealing with like my issues and shit like that, best believe like now like I don't grind whatsoever, and that comes from like literally figuring out stress techniques where like I'm in a high stressful situation, but like it doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? And that it's crazy how many things that you learn just about yourself that's super helpful, that can probably be passed along, or just like it could be helpful techniques in the future to combat stress. Because I would say that shit, our community is so fucking stressed out. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And we don't tend to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like we just suppress it in our entire lives.